Hi guys, I am Stu and this is Terratown for Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic. This urban area is all yours to develop as an amusement park. Your objective to have 10 different types of roller coasters operating in your park, each with an excitement value of at least 6.00. So this won't be difficult then, especially not after what we did in Nevermore Park. This will be very easy. So we're going to have to think of some sort of gimmick to make it more interesting. We've got free admission, so we're going to be charging for the rides. We've got some transport rides. I see we've got a tram already built. I'll likely get rid of that just to free up some space and just to get rid of it really, because I'm not a big fan of them. It wouldn't be so bad if it was a complete circuit. You could probably get some higher capacity on it, but just something like that just looks a bit silly, so I'll get rid of that. Some good gentle rides, these three here, they're quite quick and easy to build. Good selection of coasters, which is handy because it is a coaster building challenge. Not a bad selection of thrill rides to begin with. Some water rides and some shops. Decent selection of shops, enough for us to get by on. We've got the kiosk, toilets, and we've got food and drink, so that'll be fine. So what I'll do then first off is I'm going to put all my research into roller coasters. We've got a good selection to crack on with, but realistically I'm not going to be building some of these. I'm not going to be building these three. The others we should be able to get sixes out of quite easily, but there are better roller coasters that I would like to see if we can unlock. So I think what we're going to do to begin with then, we need to get some money in order to build the coasters. So we'll get rid of this tram just to free up some space. I'll simplify the pathing where I can. Let's turn scenery off. So things like this, there's a little kink in that path. We'll straighten that off. We'll add some path loops, so we'll connect these things up, add some squares, so add like a path coming down here and up here to connect and join up to here and over here as well. That way then we've got more space to build off, and add a load of flat rides just to get the guests coming into the park and get us earning some money as well before we start building. So whilst I'm doing that, I'll think of some sort of way of making it more interesting, a gimmick or something like that, and I'll see you in a bit. It is May year one, so we've built quite quickly then. Just down here I've got a nice path down there with some seating areas and some shops. Got the observation tower there. We've got a simulator ride. We've got a couple of 3D cinemas. Why is that closed? Is it broken down? Still on test. Got some seating areas just up there, some more shops. Got my path in loops that I've connected them up just so the guests can find their way around nice and easy. Also gives us a nice space to build off as well. So we can build one here. We'll probably build our first one there. We can build one here. Got a space over here. Here, that'll be 4. Up here maybe 5, and then the rest then maybe down here. Maybe even have one in amongst the buildings, but we'll have to wait and see. So I've already thought of my gimmick then. What I'm going to do is, because building 10 coasters over 6 isn't difficult, so I'm going to use this scenario in order to practice my scenery skills, which are lacking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try building stations. So when I build the roller coaster stations, I'm going to try building some buildings around those stations to try and make them a bit more interesting than the regular boring stations that we have, because there's no time limit on this, so we can take as long as we want. I'm just going to build them and then we can see how they turn out at the end. So I'm not expecting anything amazing because I haven't really built that many buildings before, any station buildings, so this is just about practice, you know. There's no right way of doing it. There's no sort of wrong way of doing it. It's just all, does it look good in the end? So it's all going to be a learning experience. So let's try and have some fun and see if we can make at least one or two good looking buildings. It is July year 8. So the scenario then wanted 10 different coasters with an excitement of 6 or above. So because it was such an easy goal then, what I decided to do was to use this scenario as a way of practicing my building skills for my roller coaster station buildings. So when we came in then, we had a tram ride. I've got rid of that. I put down a lot of flat rides, some shops, some seating areas, and then I made some nice pathing loops just around so the guests can find their way around easier. That way I'm going to worry about getting lost, and it also provides me with a nice spaces to help when I build the roller coasters later on. So all I need to do then is just to put the coasters down, connect them up with the paths, and that's it. I haven't got to build any more paths around the park. So it's a bit hit and miss with the buildings, I will be honest. Probably more miss than hit. So this is the first one then. I've also gone with a theme for the naming of alliterations. So this one here, Rancid Rat. So it's not the best. It's some of the scenery isn't quite aligned. You can see the gaps. So I think from this one I learned that you need to maybe make them the buildings a little bit bigger, so that way then, because like for example this one, because the station is, so let's see if I can zoom in there. So because the station is on this tile here, so that when I put the wall then has to be on this tile, so that way when I build all the way up to here, hang on, I'll get it right now. So when I get up to here, that's why you can see the gap, because the roof is on one tile and the wall is on a different tile. So that's why you need to add a little bit more space, so that way you can get them both on the same sort of tile. Yeah, so then after that then, this is a mess. It really is a mess. I've closed it down because I want the game to only think I've got 9 rides. So what we'll do eventually is we'll open this up to test. The game will then acknowledge that it is a coaster over 6 excitement, and then we'll pass it. So with this one, what I wanted to do is I wanted to build a junior Mobius coaster. So I didn't really have a lot of space with the building, and so I've just put things down randomly. It's horrible, I know it's a mess, but I did want to get rid of it and then build something else, but I thought no, we'll own up to the abomination that it is, and we'll promise to do better. We'll promise never to make anything that ugly again. So I think the next one then was the stand-up coaster over here. Yeah, this is the third one. So with this one, what I decided to do eventually, in the end, was I used the terrain. So if I turn scenery off, so this is just dirt that I've built up, and then I've used the black wood effect to surround it, and then I've covered it then with these supports. Probably would look better if it wasn't such a garish clash. So if it wasn't the bright red and the black. I quite like this bit by here with the little curved roofs and this circular cylindrical bit on the helix. But yeah, on the whole, it's okay. It's you know, I'm only starting out building these things, so as long as it's not another one of them, we should be okay. So whilst I was building these as well, also I was running out of cash a lot, so I did have to fast forward it a bit. So that was a pain. I think in hindsight, what I should have done was put down a few profit coasters, some really quick and simple to build corkscrews or something like that, just to help bring the money in, and that way then I wasn't sort of stop-start with the building. So this is my fourth coaster I built, vertical drop coaster. Got excitement. Here's the building. So again, similar problem that we had with the wild mouse, is that I've gone a bit too small with the building, and maybe I could do with some better details as well, maybe a porch or something like that. But yeah, I like these scenery bits as well, where it dives down, and Again, I like this little tunnel as well. And then, is this the fifth one? Yeah, so this is the fifth one. Flawless coaster. Coaster, great, but the building, it's a bit bland. But I've gone bigger, so I've tried a few different things out, and so it's all good practice. I mean, it's just a case of building a lot of things and seeing what looks good and what doesn't quite look as good. So the coaster itself is nice. Again, I've gone for these sort of walls around where the coaster goes underground, and another one of these cylinders then where inside the helix. Yeah. What else now? What's number 6? I think it was this one over here. Twister. Yeah, the Twister coaster. So we've recently been to Euro Disney, and whilst there we did a few indoor coasters. So I wanted to build an indoor coaster, so this seemed like a good opportunity. So if I turn that off, so it's a launched Twister. It's quite small and compact. It's quite cool, I think. So it launches you into a cutback element. Then it's got another launch section that puts you into a loop. Then you've got a cobra roll. Then it goes underneath the station buildings. There's another couple of booster track sections there. You've got the top hat element where it comes out of the building, back down then, brake run, and back to the station. I've only got one train running. You could run two. I've got the block brake on there. But the park really isn't that busy. Look at all that sick over there. Wow. The park really isn't that busy, so I didn't really need to. Let's chuck a few handymen down so they can clean that before we come to it. Yes, so the building itself, I mean, it's a bit bland. I've got that problem here with that's where the station is, so I couldn't build. So the purple bits here are on this tile here, and then you've got the supports then are on the same one as these white supports. Just over here then we've got the Virginia Reel. This is coaster number 7. Good excitement on that. So again, I've gone with a terrain for the station building. Gone the wrong one there. Yeah, so I've just built the terrain up, and then I've put like into a peak on the top, and then I've used the scenery then. So I've used the sort of the wooden effect on it to make it look like it's all made of wood, and then used some other scenery then to decorate the paths. And then the good thing about this is that then is I can use the terrain then to weave the track in and out of it. So it's not bad. It's probably one of the better ones, and not only is it one of the better ones, it was one of the quickest to make as well. So yeah, yeah, probably I'll file that one under hit. So that was 7. Is this number 8? No, where's number 8? Aha, number 8 is this looping coaster. So the station is I've made it disguised it as this sort of tower block just down here. So let's have a look at the excitement. 8.4. It's good excitement. It comes out, it goes underground, and then it shoots. Where's it go? I can't remember now. There's a lot of track that launches you. Then it comes up, yeah, and then it goes down, does these 2 loops, then it comes round, there's these 2 loops, and then it sort of weaves amongst the buildings. The photo section there, little turnaround, and then underground and back to the station. And then number 9 then I've gone for a bobsleigh. It's not bad excitement as well. So I usually struggle with these coasters, but yeah, I'm quite happy with this one. The building, yeah, it's a mix of the sort of corrugated and the glass. It's not the best, but again, it's not that monstrosity, is it? So anything that's better than that, we should probably take. And then the last one then is this one over here. So I did start building something different, and I didn't like it, so I got rid of it, and then I just put down these sort of cylinders on the end, and then from there I built the walls. And then I think what I did, I just built I didn't plan it, I just started building it. I mean, it doesn't look too bad, it's It's okay. It's one of the better ones. I think on the whole, like I said, hit and miss. Let's switch this one on to test. So yeah, probably hit and miss. Let's have a quick look. This one here, miss. This one here, definite miss. Miss. This one, borderline, bit bland. This one here, hit. Borderline, I'd say. This one, not bad. The indoor coaster, not bad. This one over here, again, borderline. So I think, and the tower block looks okay actually. It blends in well with the surroundings, but you can't really count. Can you count it? Yeah, let's count it. So yeah, it was quite fun actually, trying these out, and it's definitely good to do stuff like this when you haven't got a time limit. Let's run it on fast forward until we get the test results back. So the results should come back in now. There you go. Might need to open it up. At some point the game will realise we've got the 10 coasters and they're above 6, and it's done it. Fantastic. Stew! Yeah, so that was more interesting than it would have been if we just built the coasters. And yeah, I've learnt quite a bit. I kind of got the hang of the scenery tools as well. I think it was whilst I was building this one that I sort of got the hang of it. Let's have a look now. So let's just try a couple now. So we'll just build that, and you build that to build it on top. But then if you want to build something the same height, let's have a look. Let's go to this one. So place it, then click the up arrow, then press the arrow with the circle in the arrow inside the circle, then match what you want to build the height of, and see it's brought it up. So then you can build it on the same height as that. So that did make, once I got the grips with that, it did make things a lot easier. It's not as easy as it is on the computer with a mouse, but it did make it easier once I got the grips with that. There was, I mean, after I built this one, there was a time when I rotated the screen, and the windows that should have been, I think it was there, ended up over here somewhere. So it's not easy to do the scenery by any means, but I think we're getting there. We're a lot better than we were, and the more we practice, the better we're going to get. So this was Terror Town. I am Stu. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Any questions or feedback, drop them in the comment section, and I'll see you next time. Bye.